Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is CB Harris, Charlie Bravo. So today, Saturday Sitrep, I want to talk to you guys not necessarily about a specific headline, but maybe a variety of them, and just kind of what's going on with our country right now. The election is long over, okay, but some people just haven't gotten past it. I get it. You've got those stages of grief you have to go through, and I think we're at anger right now, and it's crazy, okay. I know this is an old headline, but Madonna actually has said that she's ashamed to be American. I have to tell you, feelings mutual. We're ashamed that you are American. This coming from the woman who she offered to give oral sex to people to vote for Hillary. Are you kidding me?
If you vote for Hillary Clinton, I will give you a blowjob. Okay? Swear to God. And I am good.
Threw up in my mouth a little bit. Thank you, Madonna. Appreciate that. I don't know what happened to her. She went crazy. She became British. I don't know what the heck. Anyway, and then we got people like Michael Moore. Okay, Michael Moore, I don't like, obviously, but he was predicting that Donald Trump would win the election. He wasn't happy about that, but he was predicting that that would happen. So you know what? I'll give him that. You made an accurate prediction. Now he's calling for protests at the inauguration, and he actually said, now think about this, he actually said that it's possible that Donald Trump still won't become the president because there's, 6 weeks left to the inauguration and something could happen.
He's not president till noon on January 20th of 2017. That is, what are we, this is Wednesday night?
Yeah.
So that's more than 6 weeks away. Is it possible, just possible, that in these next 6 weeks, something else might happen?
Yeah.
Something crazy, something we're not expecting.
Now, I understand that's kind of maybe a veiled threat. It's not necessarily, him saying that he's going to do something, but he likes to do that. Okay? He likes to put things out there and try to inspire somebody else to do something. I think it's pretty reckless to say something like that. You could say that about any president before they are inaugurated. Pretty stupid to say, if you ask me. I don't know. I'm seeing, there's so many protests, all this stuff. I'll tell you what, 8 years ago, I wasn't necessarily the happiest person with the way the country was going and with who won the presidency. 4 years ago, I wasn't necessarily happy that things didn't change. I had some hope and change there, and it didn't happen for me. But really, people are just losing their minds. What did I do when I was disappointed? Well, I became educated. I got more involved. One thing I didn't do is I didn't go down and bust out windows at businesses and start looting. I didn't do that. I didn't block highways. Okay, I didn't protest and beat up people who were wearing the, America is great, or sorry, the Hope and Change hat. I didn't do that. What is wrong with people? Okay, it's insanity, if you ask me. I feel like it's little kids. Okay, if you've ever been in a grocery store, if you have kids, you definitely know what I'm talking about here. You go into a grocery store and you see that kid throwing a fit, okay, because he's not getting his way. I feel like these people were that kid at one point, but their parents just gave in to them because they were, they were embarrassed. They were, worried that people would see their kids crying, so they, just to keep them quiet, they gave them their way every single time. And now these people want their way again. They didn't get their way, and they want it. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the world, but we're going to move on now. Hopefully the rest of the country can move on now. And we're going to talk about, well, let's talk about the self-defense files. And this one is out of Uniontown, Pennsylvania. A 46-year-old man named Franklin Strout, he broke into a home, ransacked the place, started beating up the 80-year-old man who lived there. This 81-year-old man, he's there. He also has a bedridden elderly sister who's living with him. he's worried about it. He's getting beaten, and he actually says that he wished he was strong enough to actually fight him off without using a firearm, but he had to. Says that he retrieved a .22 caliber handgun from his nightstand and fired once. The perpetrator, okay, Mr. Franklin Stroud, he ran off, was found dead in the front yard. Okay, so 22, that shot placement right there, I guess. The homeowner stated that, you know, he's never even fired that gun before. I don't know how much is truth to that. I mean, I understand he's probably never fired it, you know, in anger at anybody before, but hopefully he had been practicing. But if not, you know what, he got lucky, I guess. I definitely would advocate practicing, but he absolutely did the right thing. He protected himself, protected his sister, protected his home, and, you know, I'm sorry that somebody had to die, but I'm very glad that it was the criminal and not the homeowner and his sister. So, definitely, I guess you could say this is a happy ending for this one. So, next up on What's New, we have something from Magpul. So this is the Magpul UBR Gen 2. If you are familiar with the UBR Gen 1, it is a stock. Okay, this is a rifle stock for your AR-15 style, M4 style of rifle. This is an extendable stockade. It has 8 positions and it has a 4-inch adjustment to the length of pull. It is supposed to give you a fixed stock-like lockup. So when it's locked into position, it's supposed to be pretty solid. I'd like to try it out and see, because that's one thing that, you know, some stocks are better than others at this. Your standard M4 is actually kind of hit or miss. Some of them are sloppy in the extending in the buttstock area, and some of them are pretty tight. So it's really kind of hit or miss on those. So if this locks up tight and it feels solid like a, you know, just a normal buttstock, then that would be pretty cool. It does have a rubber butt pad, and it has QD sling mounts in several places on the buttstock as well. It does include everything that you need to install it. I mean, everything that you could possibly need. Now, that's a good thing because it's $199. Yes, a stock for an AR-15 that's $199. I'll tell you, I'm confused about Magpul sometimes because their magazines, you know, pretty cheap, very good value, and then they have other things that just seem like, wow, that's crazy. But you know what? Maybe it's worth it. That's why I want to check it out. I want to see it. I want to try it out and see if it truly is worth it. It comes in 4 colors. You get a, there is a tan, there's a black, gray, and an OD green. So you got a wide variety there. If you're doing a build, that's maybe something to consider. But again, $200 is a lot of money towards a build just for a buttstock. So maybe find something a little bit more reasonable. I don't know if you're doing a build, but you know, if this is something that you want, it's, you know, definitely take a look at it. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. If you did, it's always appreciated when you like and share the videos. And if you're not a subscriber and you want to see more Saturday Sitrep or the Gear Freak every Thursday, click that subscribe button down below and then come back again. Every Thursday morning, we do the Gear Freak, gear reviews, knives, guns, you name it, we check it out. And then on Saturday evenings, we have the Saturday Sitrep. Remember, your mind, that's your most important weapon, and it's vital to be armed with information. Until next time, take care and be safe. Charlie Bravo, out.